90% of businesses fail. Small businesses fail within 5 years. And I don't think that that's because these people aren't smart, aren't educated, aren't intellectually aware of what's going on, aren't dedicated, don't have passion, don't have the drive, or any of these things. I think that we forget that we're human, and we forget that there are some things inside of us that has to actually change and grow in order for our business to blossom. And this is coming from a person whose first 8 months of business, we did 87,000. It was 8 months of business. You have those opportunities and those cases where when you kick off running. But there's a lot of backstory to that. Like our first contract with our building maintenance company, which is my baby, of the 3 companies that we own, we started out subcontracting. No one else is going to tell you this. No one else is going to tell you this. Get a therapist. If you are serious about your career in entrepreneurship, get a therapist. Welcome. I am Whitney Renee Williams, a 6-figure multi-business entrepreneur, an author, and a corporate publisher, wife and mom of 2. One of the things that I don't talk about is what it takes to be an entrepreneur. We hear different quotes about you needing to almost be delusional to succeed in entrepreneurship. And I agree with that, but I think there's a little bit more that's missing. In addition to and delusional and thinking that you yourself can accomplish anything, you have to really take a moment and identify if you are ready, willing, and able to address the things that are inside of you that will get in your way of being successful or of scaling your small business. Because I think a lot of times we completely avoid the big elephant in the room, which is your actual ability. We don't all have expertise in every single avenue or lane that operates a business. You might be good at finance, but you're really horrible at operations. You might be good at training, but not very good when it comes to the legality of things. You operating in the best parts of you is not enough. It's not. One thing I think that all of the coaches and all of the business gurus completely jump over when they're giving these business information, when they're doing these summits and they're doing these rallies and these Facebook groups and these YouTube lives, and they're giving all of this information trying to get you to buy into their services. What they're not telling you is you have to do your own personal work that is most critical to your business, your small business being successful. And to be quite frank, they're not going to tell you this because that is the way they keep the revolving door open. More people who are coming into business is twice as many that are leaving. More people that are coming into entrepreneurship are twice as many people that are giving up. And it's a revolving door. And if you position yourself in that particular state where you're the person they go to in order to get them started or to elevate their business or to kick them off or to help them scale, but you're not giving them the secret sauce is you need a therapist. You need a therapist. Business is hard. Business is hard, and there is no way in whatever state that you're in, whether you are in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 70s, there is no way that you physically possess every single thing that you need right now in order for you to grow, scale, and be successful in your small business. Not over a period of time. That's the reason why there is a 5-year mark of deficiency. That's why a lot of them dwindle out of operation after 5 years, because that's about as long as you can hold on to your all millionaires and most 100,000-aires Okay? They have therapists. Truth be told, we are not good at every single thing. And going into it, the delusion part is believing that you will find your way through the path. But the part that is non-negotiable is you actually investing in yourself and the tools that you need and the support that you need in order for you to be a good CEO, in order for you to be a good president. You need a personal therapist. So if I'm a person that is a people pleaser, how long do you think I'm going to last in business? Giving away free services, giving away products, like hiring people just because you're pressured, not firing people because you're pressured, or you don't want that feeling of needing to be assertive and making those decisions, even though they might be contrary to you actually being liked. That will kill your business. If you don't actually handle pressure well, how do you think that is going to translate into your business? You're going to run them away. You're going to run the particular clients that you work so hard to get in front of, you're going to run them away. You can be in situations when it comes to your team and when it comes to your group, is ultra important for you to have a clear mindset and a clear head. Because if you are the person that easily gets upset or easily gets frustrated when things don't go your way, or when you have to pivot to a different point of view in regards to whatever it is, there's a lot of things that we go through as entrepreneurs that we don't expect on the personal side and on the business side. So if I know that there's something that is gray, there's a gray area, a part of my personality or a part of my makeup, if I don't address it head on, it will in fact affect me and my abilities to succeed in my business. So if you're a people pleaser, address it. If you don't handle stress or emotions or conflict very well, address it. If you are easily distracted and or manipulated, address it. Okay? Because there are sharks out here. Like, this is real business. And I think we go into it assuming that it's going to be like a lemonade stand on the street. And it's like, me, hi, would you like to buy some? And they're like, oh, of course I do. I'll support you. That it does not happen that way. You have those opportunities where when you kick off running. Like our first contract, we started out subcontracting. So if you don't work with people very well, if you have a hard time building personal friendships, you might have a hard time building professional ones. So get you a therapist. Shout out to Haley, okay, at Looking Forward Therapy in Atlanta, Georgia. If you are looking for therapy, there are many places for you to go and find it, no matter what your budget is. If you have health insurance, you likely have access to therapy. Call to speak to an agent and ask and acquire, or if you go online, there should be an app. I think every insurance place has an app now, or a website. Look at what you're paying, because you're likely paying for some sort of therapy or some sort of mental health support services. Okay, you need to find out who or what therapist in your area is in network with your particular insurance company, and then go from there. When you go in and you're looking for your therapy, you need to vet them like you would vet your boyfriend or your girlfriend. Okay, it is in fact an interview and not just for them to receive you, but for you, for them. If you need someone who is more culturally in tune to you or your lifestyle, then you can actually make those particular requests with your insurance company. You can say, hey, I want a male, I want a female, I want an African American female, I want all of the things. You can look them up and you can see their picture, and you can really be able to read their credentials before you speak with them. so that you can identify if that is a good fit for you to even do a in-person interview or virtual interview with them. You have, I think, depending on your insurance company, a couple of days or sessions to decide if they are a good fit for you before you change, and there may or may not be penalties. I don't know. You have to call your insurance company for that. But find you a therapist, likely already being paid for through your insurance. That is an investment for you. On this channel, I'm going to be talking about things that are going to move all of us forward and that are going to progress as I actively do research in regards to all of the things success, all of them under the umbrella, from home, family, business, personal structure, the whole thing. Just because I am not shown the map does not mean that it does not exist. So I am going to carve out our own lane in our polished pursuit. I probably just saved 1 million small businesses with this piece of information. Now stop listening to people who do not have the experience. You want to find someone who has operated a successful business and then came on YouTube. Lock in, y'all. I love you. Lock in, get you a therapist.